Well, alright! Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world-famous As It Should Be studios. And today I am going to be doing a track versus track. Surprise. And, I decided to put two incredibly classic 70s albums, like ridiculously classic, like phantasmagorically classic 70s albums against one another. And that is Fleetwood Mac's Rumours against Billy Joel's The Stranger. Yes. Now, I've done Fleetwood Mac before. The Stranger has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I haven't really been able to get it because there aren't really any other Billy Joel albums I can put it. I just can't find anything where I'm like, nothing can stand up to this. Just nothing can stand up to this. I would have to get a Beatles record or something to go up against this. But I thought, maybe, just maybe, I could do Rumours. Now, they don't have the same number of tracks. Rumours, I think, has 11, right? Something like that. And The Stranger has 9. So this has 2 more tracks than this one does. But I've ranked the tracks, so I've ranked the tracks on each album, and that's the order in which I'm putting them against each other, as per usual. But just, the bottom 2 that I have ranked on Rumours won't be going against anything. So, let's get our tally sheet going on over here. Room Hours, which is what I thought it was when I was a kid. When in 77, 78, I was like, Room Hours, British spelling, and I was an American kid. What's Room Hours? And The Stranger. Okay, alright, let's do this. So, coming in at number 11 on Rumours, I have Oh Daddy. Yeah, Oh Daddy. Love Christine McVie. No bad track on this record. If I have to choose the least favorite, it's probably that one. I mean, yeah, it's between that one and the next one, but I decided to go with this one. Well, the next one, which I have at number 10 on Rumours, is Never Going Back Again. Yeah, I have, Never Going Back Again. I have all the way down to number 10. That's how great of a record this is, but I don't need to tell you that. Yeah, Never Going Back Again is a great track. It's the 3rd track on the album, and absolutely great, guitar picking a solo acoustic piece by Lindsey Buckingham. The other stuff is just better, even better. So those tracks aren't going against anything because Stranger only has 9 tracks, and I need some ginger ale. All right, drinking on close mic here. Get a little bit of ASMR for your money. All right, so coming in at number 9 on Rumours, I have I Don't Want to Know from side 2. I don't want to know. And that is, man, that's a good one. And that goes up against what I have at number 9 on The Stranger. At the very bottom, you might have guessed. I mean, I can't imagine that. I don't think there's anybody, and I'm always wrong about this when I say this, but I'm going to make this grand statement anyway. I don't think there's anybody who, if they were to rank the tracks on The Stranger, wouldn't put this at the bottom. Everybody Has a Dream. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If you've never actually put on The Stranger, if you've never listened to the album, you've never just put it on and listened to the whole damn thing, this is the only song you're not going to know. You are going to know every other note on the album besides the song. And frankly, the song kind of sucks. I always forget about it. I mean, I always forget how it goes. The song doesn't really stick with me, and if I try to, play it in my head, I just can't do it. So I went back and listened to it today, and I'm just like, this song's just lame. I mean, basically, Everybody Has a Dream sounds to me like what Billy Joel probably sounds like to people who don't like Billy Joel. Yeah, it's just sort of, doesn't work. The whole rest of the album more than makes up for it, though, and, after all that shit I just talked about, that track, obviously I'm giving that to Fleetwood Mac. I Don't Want to Know. Yeah, and I've always loved that. I want to say, I Don't Want to Know. I want to say that was a B-side on one of the singles, wasn't it? Because I have a memory as a kid of somebody having one of the singles and that being the B-side. I don't remember offhand which one it was. But I'm sure you'll tell me down in the comments. Okay. All right. So coming in at number 9 on Rumours, I have Songbird. Yeah, I have Songbird all the way down at number... Did I say 9 or did I say 8? We're on 8. Coming all the way down at number 8, I have Songbird. Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, what an absolute masterpiece that is. It's only at number 8. That's the kind of album this is. Okay, and what I have at number 8 on The Stranger... Only the Good Die Young. That's what kind of album this is. I have Only the Good Die Young all the way down at number 8. Amazing song. You know, I didn't like it that much, though, back when it was, you know, current. Back in the actual 70s, I didn't like it much, but I love it now. But it's only at number 8. So, Only the Good Die Young against Songbird? Oh. That's a drinker and a thinker. Oh, man. Ooh. God, really? We're this low on the list and I'm already having trouble? Okay. Songbird versus Only Good Die Young. I mean, they're such different tracks. And they kind of almost... They push entirely different buttons, so it's like... Songbird, well... shit, you know, I'm gonna have to give that to Fleetwood Mac. Just barely, though. Oh, God. Yeah, Christine McVie. Yeah, I gotta give you that. Okay. I'm just gonna hold this. It's the way to do it. Maybe I can dial this in at some point after I've done 100 of these. Okay. Alright, so coming in at number 7. Number 7 on Rumours, I have Gold Dust Woman, which is the final track on the album. And that goes up against what I have at number 7 on The Stranger, which is Get It Right the First Time. Oh, man. It's like the 4th or something song on side 2. Man, I love this one. I love this one. La 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 la. La 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 lo. Yeah. Oh, man. You know what? And I give it to that. Oh, yeah, I know. You guys are screaming, what? Over Gold Dust Woman? Yes. I think. Let me think about this. Make it break down. Shatter your illusions of love. Oh, God. Okay, I may have to renege on this. Ooh. Gold Dust Woman versus Get It Right the First Time. Ooh. Yeah, I went right for it and marked it down, and I'm like, whoa, wait, not so hasty. Oh. Yeah, actually, that's so much harder than I gave it credit for. God. Yeah, Gold Dust Woman is incredible. I mean, it's a great song, but like it just sounds so good. The great atmosphere, the vocal, the guitar part. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I'm gonna stick with what I have here. I'm gonna give that to Billy Joel, but fuck man, honestly, that's a tie. A lot of these are probably gonna be ties, but anyway. So yeah, you can get back to cursing me for giving it to Billy Joel and not Stevie Nicks. Okay, alright. God, this is going to be hard, isn't it? Okay, alright. So number 6, coming in at number 6 on Rumours is Don't Stop. Don't Stop. And that, it goes up against what I have at number 6 on The Stranger, which is Moving Out. Yeah, the opening track on that. God damn. Woo. Oh, now, Moving Out, well, you might think that's a bit low for me to rank that song. I had the worst time ranking the tracks on this album, in particular The Stranger. I just had to listen over and over again, these go back and forth and think about it. I had a more difficult time ranking the tracks on this damn album than I'm having right now choosing between this and Rumours. It was really tough. It's just such a consistently great album that it's so tough to be like, yes, this song is definitely better than that one. It's kind of not. They're kind of all just as great, you know? So maybe take my ranking with a bit of a grain of salt, but sort of, you know. All right. And the same with Rumours, really. I mean, so, yeah, Moving Out versus Don't Stop. You know, I'm definitely giving that to Billy Joel, though, because I'm a little burnt out on both songs. I mean, it's difficult not to be burnt out on all of the songs on these albums, but I'm not. I'm actually not burnt out on all these songs. Some of these are evergreen for me, many of them, in fact. But these two in particular are ones that I still love them. You know, the honeymoon's just kind of over, you know? And, yeah, Billy Joel. All right. So coming to number 5 on Rumours, I have The Chain. Yeah, man. And that goes against what I have at number 5 on Stranger. The title track, The Stranger. Ooh. Oh, God. See, remember I told you it was difficult to find something that could actually go up against The Stranger. Damn, did I find something. Oh, jeez. The Stranger versus The Chain? Oh, God. My favorite part in The Stranger, in the song, everyone goes south every now and then, like that, just that part alone. It's just like, oh, God. But The Chain, down in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lie, and if you don't love me now. Now, I will tell you this. In the 70s, I would have, without even thinking about it, I would have given that to The Chain. But man, it's not that simple now. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it to The Chain. Fuck it. I got it. That's so... just like every one of these. It's so close. So close. And no matter which one of those two you choose, you are not wrong. Okay, so coming to number 4 on Room Hours is Go Your Own Way. And that goes up against what I have at number 4 on The Stranger, which is Vienna. Ooh, Vienna, the opening track on side 2. Oh, man. You know, your chances are excellent that you know this track, but this is, if, other than the last track, which you wouldn't know, if there's a sleeper amongst the rest of this lot on this album, it would be Vienna. Like, be like, oh, shit, you know what, yeah, this one is like... Yeah. God, this is so hard. Because the thing is that, I mean, I've known the album The Stranger and been familiar with it as long as I have Rumours, which is since they came out. Since 1977. But, you know... Rumours runs a little deeper because I actually do know that one a little bit better. So Go Your Own Way, just... It's so much more in my blood than Vienna. But fuck, man, Vienna is... Oh, I gotta give it to Vienna. Vienna is so fucking good. I mean, and Go Your Own Way is... It's Go Your Own Way. I have to go with Vienna. Wow, okay, alright. So we're at a tie here. We got 3 against 3. This is a battle. Okay, alright. So, coming in number 3 on Rumours, I have Secondhand News, the opener. Yeah, ooh. God, I actually remember the first time I listened to this album and heard that song. That bow, 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 bow. And I was like, that was so weird to me. And again, I'm a 7-year-old kid. It's 1977, and I'm hearing this, and I'm like... it was weird. It was weird. It was, but I was like, I kind of like it, but it's so weird. I almost kind of don't know if I like it, but I liked it. And yeah, absolutely great song. Coming in number 3 on The Stranger, She's Always a Woman. Fuck, man. It's secondhand news against She's Always a Woman? Do I have to do this? Yeah, okay, you know what, maybe, that's it. Video's over, I'm kidding. Yeah, God, secondhand news against She's Always a Woman. Oh, she take care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. And then he modulates. Oh, but she never gives out. And she never gives in. She just changes her mind. I always want to say style. Fuck, man, I gotta give it to that. It's just like, come on. Secondhand news is phenomenal, but I have to give it to She's Always a Woman. Whew, okay. Alright. Coming in number 2 on Rumours. God, This almost should have been my number 1. I'm looking at my number 1 and 2 and going, wow, really? I have this as number 2? It's kind of my number 1. Well, technical difficulties. Phone was maxed out. All right, so we're going to continue with this, with the inevitable, having to choose between the songs that I have at number 2 and 1 on these albums. So coming in number 2 on Rumours, I have You Make Lovin' Fun. Yeah. Now, You Make Lovin' Fun is so close to being my very favorite. It's just between this and my actual number 1 here. I don't even know what the hell to do. But coming in number 2 on Stranger, I have Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Yes, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. The sax solo at the beginning of the song. That alone practically catapulted this up to number 2. But then of course the whole rest of the song is completely epic. But my God. But you know what though? This is pretty easy. This is actually, believe it or not, my number 2. My choices at number 2 here. It's actually easy. You Make Lovin' Fun. I mean, I love the hell out of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, but man, I do not underestimate how much I absolutely worship You Make Lovin' Fun. That is just... And it's absolutely incredible that this song still packs a punch for me, because I haven't... I mean, I haven't drank as many glasses of water in my life as I've heard this damn song. I've heard this song more often than I've inhaled. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely, there's no, if I had a dime for every time I've heard this song, I would own the solar system. But I still, when it comes on, I'm like, oh, I still absolutely love the hell out of this. I don't know what magic, what pixie dust was sprinkled on this to where I still love it as much as I do, but boy do I. Yeah, I easily take that over Italian Restaurant, and I love the hell out of that. Okay, but that takes us to the unfortunate task of having to choose between my number 1s. Oh, God. My number 1 on Rumours. Dreams. Yeah. I mean, I almost love Make Lovin' Fun more than Dreams, but then I have to kind of get real and be like, no. I don't. It's just such a tiny amount that I don't, it's undetectable. Okay. But that goes against my number 1 on The Stranger. Fuck. Just the Way You Are. Now, this is probably not your number 1 on The Stranger, and you probably have this at like number 7 or 8. Right? Oh my God. I told you how difficult it was for me to rank the songs on The Stranger. Well, my number 1 was not difficult. Before I even gave it any thought, I just went, okay, number 1, boom, Just the Way You Are. I mean, that's just, boom, that's just the way that is. Water is wet. Just the Way You Are at number 1. Okay, now let me figure the rest out. Yeah, this track is just now. Dreams and You Make Love and Fun, those songs I always loved. There's never been a single moment from the time those came out till now why I didn't absolutely love those. Just the Way You Are, I didn't like back then. Yeah, I thought it was boring and just sort of, something my mom would like. And it would be, because my mom was really young. She was in her 20s, so yeah, she would like it. In fact, she did. She went and saw Fleetwood Mac that year. I didn't. I stayed at home because I was 7. But, anyway, so yeah, Just the Way You Are against Dreams. But yeah, Just the Way You Are, I had such a breakthrough with that song in my 30s. Yeah, in the 2000s, where I kind of a Billy Joel breakthrough in general, but just this song just became just completely changed for me, and I just I can't even say enough. But Dreams and Just the Way You Are, this now, I've said this before, but this truly, up to this point, qualifies as the most difficult choice I've ever had to make between two songs. And this is the most bona fide of ties out of any two songs I've ever had to that I can remember. Dreams against Just the Way You Are. Okay, I know what I'm going to choose. And it's going to break the tie that we have going here. I'm going Just the Way You Are. Yeah. I am going with Just the Way You Are over Dreams. Can you fucking believe that? But I don't even know what to say. It's, I'm glad this is all just a game and I don't really have to choose between them. I can still go back and listen to either one of them, as you can, so don't get your panties in a bunch there over my choices, alright? But, alright, everybody, alright, thank you. So that means The Stranger has won. The Stranger got 5, and Rumours got 4. So yeah, I mean, that ended up being a pretty good battle. For a while there, I looked at album after album, I'm like, man, nothing can stand up to The Stranger. Well, Rumours may have not have won, but it definitely stood up to it. Oh, man. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you have, but if you haven't, maybe consider subscribing, and if you do, click the little bell for notifications. And a special shout-out to Ralph Vieira of the Great Almost Human channel, because he's the one who hipped me to the track versus track phenomenon. I completely stole the idea from him, and he was way cool about it. I salute him. And come back next week, or not next week, come back on Thursday, because Crystal Durant and Tom Yvonne Boyd are going to be back here in the world-famous As It Should Be Studios, and we are going to be discussing the album covers we love on albums we hate. Okay, because recently we did album covers we hate, right, on albums we love. Well, we're doing the inverse this week on Thursday, and come back for that, because that should be a whole lot of fun. All right, hopefully I'll see you then.